Hey, welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to be making a Sunday pasta. We're going to use some chicken breast, asparagus tips, and also we're going to be using some grape tomatoes, some garlic, sweet baby peppers, also some green onions, chopped up nice. And also we're going to be using linguine today, okay? We're going to be making a cream sauce. We're going to be using pecorino romano and some heavy cream. And we're going to finish it with some prosciutto. But we're going to also be making some delicious garlic bread. Now let's cue that music.
The Sunday dinner chef will make you feel fine. Sit down, let's have a drink and enjoy the show.
Everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Tom, the Sunday dinner chef. Come on in, sit down, let's eat. What I'm going to be making today is I'm going to be making a simple Sunday pasta. Now, people can make a primavera, which is basically vegetables. I'm going to be using some chicken, okay? I have a couple small pieces of chicken breast that I'm going to be slicing up, cooking down, and I'm going to add some vegetables to it. Very simple stuff, very easy to do. I'm going to use linguine today, all right? So I just chopped up the green onions, all pretty uniform. And then what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be chopping up my garlic. Two ways to do this. Now, I am going to be chopping it for the sauce itself, but I'm also going to be making garlic bread today, okay? And I'll use a garlic press for that. Gives it that more even texture. You don't have big lumps of garlic. I love garlic. It doesn't bother me, but some people would frown on it. So over the years in the restaurant, I used to make a ton of garlic bread. It was a big seller. I used to add a little cheese to it, or mozzarella cheese. That seemed to be the big seller back in the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm rough chopping the garlic for the sauce. Now that's going to get cooked in with the onions, the bell pepper, and also the grape tomatoes. The rest of the garlic, I'm going to be using a garlic press. Now this makes it nice, even. Like I said, nice, even. They're all about the same size. And if you don't like chopping it or whatever, you can use a garlic press by all means. Learn to play with your different utensils that you have. This is a great way right here. Put them in, squeeze it, take the back of a knife, and you can scrape it off. Put a couple more, load it in there, a couple more. And here I'm going to show you right here. As you squeeze it, you see it come out. Okay, there it is. I mean, doesn't get any simpler than that. But there again, I'm going to be painting this onto the bread with olive oil and butter, and with the garlic. There it is right there. So I'm going to add olive to it, and it's going to get put off to the side until I get ready to prepare the bread. Now, these sweet mini bell peppers, okay, they were on sale pretty good. These also became a little expensive, but I got to tell you what, this batch I got here, what a great flavor it had. Holy man. So, very easy to clean. Just cut it open, split it in half, pull out the seeds, okay? You can even just cut them right up to the stem and use them that way. The seeds are not gonna really bother you, but to make it a little cleaner. And cut them as evenly as you can, all right? This way, when you saute everything seems to be cooking at the same time. If it's a little bit more chunkier, it'll take a little bit more time. Okay, as you see right there, everything is pretty much even. You can look at between the onions, garlic, and the bell pepper. They're fine. Now, coming to the asparagus. So I'm going to use just the asparagus tips, just for this sauce alone here. Now, the rest of it, we will blanch it and cut it up smaller, put it into a vacuum sealed bag, and I'll use it for different meals that we're going to be making in the future. So, take the board, clean the board off, wash it down really nice. Now, the grape tomatoes. These are underused as far as I'm concerned. Now, you can use the smaller cherry tomatoes and stuff. These seem to work out better for a quick sauce. They give you that great tomato flavor, but what they also do is they melt into the sauce. You don't have to worry about seeds or anything else like that. Keep your boards nice and clean. Keep your work area clean, because you can cause yourself some problems. Today, with all the different recalls on foods, Trust yourself, and especially if you're cooking for your family, keep a nice clean workspace. Now, this chicken here, as you can see, we bought it and packed it in December. Okay, so now it's time to use. And there are 2 small chicken breasts. Actually, it's the same chicken breast, and I cut it in half. So I'm going to slice these up as thin as I can. There again, cook time. It's the old restaurateur in me that trying to keep everything at the same time. All right? So we're just going to cook this up real fast. No rhyme or reason to it, but cutting it up nice and thin. So if I let the chicken, hold the whole piece, okay, and sauteed it up that way, it would take some time for it to cook. So this way, I'm making it into bite-sized pieces, cooking it. They're all going to cook at the same time. Into the pan, olive oil, butter. Take them out and start the vegetables. There again, it's all about the timing. So the chicken's cut up the same size. We're going to put it into the pan, a big saucepan I'm going to use. This is going to be 2 pots, okay, that we'll be using. Now, there's everything. There's our dinner right there. Now, into the saute pan, I have, this is a deep saute pan. I have butter melting, and my old go-to right there is olive oil and butter. That's what I saute just about everything I do in. It gives it a great flavor. You can adjust it, a little more butter. You don't want to burn the butter, that's the whole idea. So between the 2 of them, the 2 fats, they will stabilize and you can use it. Tommy Spice, new to my channel. Tommy Spice is granulated salt, granulated garlic, granulated pepper, and granulated onion. That's Tommy Spice. Gives that great flavor. I mean, it's all equal parts. Really has a great flavor. Now, chicken's in. If you can see, most of it looks even. I'm going to cook that up. Going to get that, turn it over a little bit on the sides here, and I'm taking it out. I don't want to overcook it. I don't want it to become dry. As soon as I start seeing a little fond on it, a little browning on it, out it goes. And then this is the butter and garlic and oregano that I have. I like to use oregano on my garlic bread. So we're going to put that off to the side. Now, as I saute this chicken up here, always do the chicken first, okay? I don't like the vegetables to turn to get mushy, too mushy with it. So do the chicken first, and then you can add to the pan a little bit more oil, and then add to the pan or your different components. Now you want to do your harder vegetables first. So I'll put the asparagus in. Right, that'll take a little bit of time to cook. Now, you don't want that mushy either, okay? But the tips have a delicious flavor to them, so you don't want to overcook them. Also, we have the mini bell peppers in there. They take a little time. The garlic we're good with because we don't want to burn that, and also the onion. So they're all going to sort of saute together, and then we'll add in the grape tomatoes. Right. So this is very fast once you get it rolling here. Now, also I have the pot of water on. When I cook pasta, and I'm doing it at home, that's the first thing goes on the stove. The pot of water, salt in it, and I can bring that up to a boil, and then I'll turn it down. Even if it takes me 15-20 minutes later, I let that boil, all right? I want that water to be good and hot, and once I drop the pasta in, especially if I'm using dried pasta, store-bought pasta, because that does take some time. Now, into the saute pan, we're going to drop everything in, and just going to gently move this around because they're, again, all the same size. I want everything to cook at the same time. All right, now I'm going to keep dropping in small pads of butter, maybe a little olive oil here and there. I want all of these vegetables to be coated with the butter fat because once I do add the heavy cream in, this way everything will stick. It'll actually prevent it from breaking. So the more butter fat you have, the better off you're going to be with your sauce. Now, the aromas are like unbelievable. I know, every cook says, "Oh, you got to smell it." These little mini bell peppers, I can't believe it. Normally they're flat; they have no aroma whatsoever. These remind me of roasted red peppers. Wow, really impressed. Boiling water. We'll be adding in the linguine. Drop in the center. Let it fall to the side. They will bend in the middle, and they will go back into the pot. No worries. Now, everything is being sauteed down. You can see, it shrunk up a little bit. That is chicken stock. Now, I'm going to put the chicken stock in there. This is going to enhance the flavor. Grape tomatoes being added in, and now you see them. Now you don't kind of method with this here. They'll cook down, they'll dissipate into the sauce, and I tell you what, leave a great flavor. Pastas stir around a little bit, not quite ready. This takes a little bit longer than fresh pasta. I make a lot of homemade pasta, but this will take a little bit longer. Linguini's good, I mean, especially for this kind of dish. Added the chicken back into the vegetables, and as you can see, some of the chicken stock has cooked down a little bit. Time to add the heavy cream. This is when everything comes together. First, a little pepperoncino, though. Don't tell Marie. Just a little bit, give it a little bit of extra flavor to it. I tell you, folks, you got to try this dish. This is fast, easy, and I got to tell you, it is something else. A little bit more Mexican oregano. I love that. Stir it around a little bit more. Heavy cream. 1 cup of heavy cream. And then what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of water to it just to get the rest off the bottom. And put that in. And this is just going to cook down. I'm going to add in the pecorino. And we're almost getting ready to sit down and have dinner. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of pecorino at a time. Now we just freshly grated this today. Just a little bit, make it sort of melt in with the cream and start adhering to everything. Once I put the pasta in, this is going to mellow out a little bit. And also I'm going to be adding in some of the pasta water to it. Thin it because I don't want it too thick. All right. Add some butter to it. Give it that great flavor. This is coming together right now. The next step I'm going to be putting in is I'm going to be adding in some prosciutto. Okay. This gives it that nice little salty. Between that and the pecorino, okay, it's going to give you a nice little salty taste. But this also will sort of melt down because it is so thinly cut. What a flavor this has. Just going to keep adding this in, and then when I finish it, I'm going to add some to the top. So. Now we are gently stirring it around. Okay, want to make sure nothing's sticking onto the bottom. Worst thing can happen right now is this gets scorched. We don't want that, okay? You don't want no part of a burnt flavor.
Sunday pasta, if you please. Creamy chicken cooked with ease. Little bits of asparagus tips. Mini bells, green onions. Chopped garlic and grape tomatoes. Prosciutto and pecorino. Romano cheese. Sunday dinner, if you please. Sunday pasta, if you please. Sunday pasta, if you please.
On to the garlic bread. Now this is a French baguette, all right? As you can see, very airy. I'm just going to be dumping the solution that I have here. That's butter, garlic, olive oil, and some oregano. Now I'm going to brush this all on here. I'm going to add a little pecorino to it. And that's going to go into a 400-degree oven. I don't want this toasted, okay? I just want the bread to be hot so the cheese melts a little bit. Makes the bread a little bit more crunchier without being burnt. We don't want burnt garlic bread.
Sunday pasta, if you please. Creamy chicken cooked with ease. Little bits of asparagus tips. Mini bells, green onions. onions, chopped garlic and grape tomatoes, prosciutto and pecorino romano cheese. Sunday dinner, if you please. Sunday pasta, if you please. Creamy chicken cooked with ease. Little bits of asparagus tips. Mini bells, green onions, chopped garlic and grape tomatoes, prosciutto and pecorino romano cheese. Sunday dinner, if you please. Sunday pasta, 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 if you please.
Well, it came together. A little glass of white wine, some nice garlic bread, Sunday pasta, linguine with chicken, also with asparagus, and we had some mini bell peppers, garlic, green onion, and also some grape tomatoes. I'm telling you what, doesn't get any better than this. And a nice cream sauce, pecorino cheese is the go-to. Listen, everybody, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button, and you know what? We'll see you next Sunday. I'm Tom, the Sunday Dinner Chef. Please stay safe.
The Sunday dinner chef will always care for you.